Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing now is Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. Now the ball drops incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So that one will be accepted. This is Carson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 1st down, Carson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 42-yard line.
And they take a knee. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Running it back. never a cap, out of the drought, watching me bow. Soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them out, breaking them out, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes. Must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need to win, who need to win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine. Never could doubt mine. They running the route. I leave them outline when I hear.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Atlanta. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Yes. Good night. Good.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Gurley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
7-yard line.
On first down, it's Gurley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
32-yard line.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
Second and goal from the 1. Bryant keeps it on the sneak. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Matt Ryan keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Touchdown, Richter to kick off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. He's past the 30. He will score.
Touchdown,
Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right
Slade,
side.
come on, man.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. They run. It's Gurley. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 22 yards there, a first down. From the gun, it's Ryan. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. 7-7, our score after 1.
Score tied 7-7.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. He may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan eluding the punt, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Sterling Hofrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Hofrichter to kick off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Tyler Davison on the tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up third.
On third down, they turn to Sanders. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive.
Fourth down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Going for it with Sanders. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Here's Gurley. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 24, Ryan flush to his right. He'll try. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, the 20,
He's gonna make everything
10,
happen.
5, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Elliott good with a PAT. And we've got a tie game here, a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Throwing now. Ryan on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands? Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Looking downfield for Jones. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 31 yards. And the Eagles have moved out in front.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well, and they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
Here's Powell on the return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Ryan. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Elliott now to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
28. Falcons 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this? Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
42-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He's brought down by Deion Jones.
Another run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
To the 48-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. And an Eagle first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brought him down. It's a gain of 9.
From the 39, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
It don't even matter, baby. It don't matter. It's okay.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we got to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
5. Falcons 14. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this.